What's up with you?
Not much, man. Fucking was playing a bunch of video games right before this, so my eyes are all red.
What are you playing?
Warframe.
What on like PlayStation or Xbox?
You can play it on anything. I played it on PC for a while, but now I play it on my PlayStation 5.
You're still a gamer, bro?
Hell yeah.
You
Bro,
still got the fucking speed? You're ambidextrous?
I mean, I'm not good at aiming. Like, when it comes to shooters, I'm not good. Uh, I'll just
But
get,
you like them.
yeah, I'll get like the cannon or the fucking shotgun, so the aim doesn't have to be right, and you're just like, pa, 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 pa. Like, that's always my
uh,
shit. People who are super slick with that
uh,
aiming, I don't get it. Especially on fucking controllers, man. That shit is hard.
yeah, those guys don't have sex yet. That's the only, that's the only way, bro. That's the
Yeah.
only way.
Well, and like, I think that those controls weren't solidified until I was like a teenager, right? So it's like the two analog stick thing wasn't. I don't remember
That was
what.
brand new.
Yeah, I don't remember what the first game was that had it, but it didn't. It wasn't around like when we were born, and a lot of these kids
No,
grew up just playing all sorts of games that already have that like the control scheme's already figured out. Like this is the best one. This is the one that everybody uses. So every game you play is that.
have you gotten into this? Like, there's VR,
Yeah.
right? But there's this other one that kind of like mixes VR and whatever environment that you're in.
AR, augmented reality.
That's just pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I had
It's
I
it.
was one of the early adopters of the Vive, like the when it came out in 2016. So I mean, I built three different gaming PCs, and like the first one I built so that I could play VR. But I had that. I had the first, not the first Oculus, but the second one, which fucking
Uh-huh.
sucked. I had the Steam. What's it called? There's a Steam headset that came out. The Index. I had the Index too, and that was pretty nice. But the OG Vive was my favorite, just because like the hardware in there. So like the accelerometers, like so I'm getting deep into some technicals here, but on the second
Oh,
Oculus,
I'm listening.
on the second headset that came out, there's like the controllers that you have an accelerometer in there. So when you swing, it says like this is how fast you're swinging, and that goes into the game, and that translates into like
Uh,
how fast everything moves. But the second version of the Oculus had an accelerometer that topped out like way below what an actual human could do. So it's like you swing and you're actually doing like 17 meters per second, but it's topped out at 15. So it's like it abnormally caps, and what it actually does in the hardware is it sends back zero when it overflows.
yeah.
So you'd be playing games and swing hard as fuck, and then your guy would just be like, man, and that shit would piss me off so fucking much. But the OG Vive, like the original one, like those accelerometers went to 1 million, so you could just be in there going ham. So I really like that one. Index is pretty cool. It just takes up a lot of space, man. Especially like there's different tracking systems that each one of them
Hmm.
have. Like the Steam and the Vive both have ones that you can mount on the walls, and they can track you anywhere in the room because there's a bunch of things in your headset that like shoot off lights and whatnot, and the wall things can track where you're at based off of that. But the Oculus has these things that you stand up in front of you, and it has like there's additional systems that like estimate where you're at, but the tracking fucking sucks. So like Oculus,
Nintendo Wii type shit.
yeah, like barely even that good. Like about as good as the Xbox like Connect shit. And I would say that's even more stable than what Oculus had. But yeah, I was into that shit for like 4 years. Stupid
I stopped
expensive though.
gaming. It is, bro. My brother doesn't go out or party or drink or anything like that. But if you go into his bedroom, bro, you see where all his money goes.
Yeah,
He has all the systems. He has a PC he built.
yeah,
He has all the best monitors, bro.
yeah,
Like when he and that he has back and knee problems. So that being a gamer, he has a special ass chair, bro, where it's like he's floating
yeah,
and he's fucking getting that shit, man. I'm like,
yeah,
God dang, bro. I'm like, imagine having this shit when we were kids. He's like, but we got him when we're 30. I'm like,
yeah.
okay, true.
Yeah, well, I mean, fucking,
I guess
what was his name? Walsh. Walsh had a good setup when we were still in the in the barracks.
He was like light years ahead of everybody, bro. Like we were playing Xbox. He was on PC
Yeah,
with monitors, special monitors. And remember when those little bitty LCD monitors came out, bro, and they
yeah,
were like $1,000?
yeah. And he had one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool
Uh,
ass.
I don't know, man. PC was fun for a while. Like the main argument for me getting into PC was something to drive a VR headset, and then secondarily being able to do 4K at 60 frames per second. Like for the longest time, PC was the only place you could do that. But now with the consoles, like fucking PlayStation can do 8K. I think it can only do like 8K at 30, but it's capable. Like the hardware is capable of that. So like the argument for a PC for me is completely fucking gone. So like now I'm back on consoles.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't make
yeah.
sense to like I could spend $500 on a PlayStation 5 or I could spend 4 grand on a fucking PC.
It's the kids do it for a flex, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
just
did
a
it like that
major
for a while
flex.
too, but it's so fucking annoying when you download a game and you have to update like your graphics driver and then you're trying to use a controller and you have to update the fucking firmware on the controller and that shit breaks and you have to restart the system. And there's so many different configurations inside of a computer system that any one thing could take the whole fucking thing down and then you're like spending 2 hours debugging the damn thing. Or you just buy a fucking PlayStation and press start.
True.
It doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, bro. Strides in
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
And we didn't have none of this cool stuff in Iraq, bro. What do we have? PSP? That was like the coolest technology we had.
PSP was the shit when we first deployed. I had a PlayStation 2 Slim when we were in Falcon.
Oh yeah.
I was playing some GTA.
Yeah, GTA was hot. With football. I was never really into sports games too much, man. Maybe boxing. I was into
Fight
boxing
Night. Fight
occasionally.
Night was the
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. Bro, Fight Night was the shit like on every fob that you went to that had like one of those centers where you could like hang out.
Yeah. The fuck were those even called?
I don't know, but they were run by what is it?
Losers.
Yeah, basically, what is it? The USO.
Mm.
So that's what they were. They were USO tents, and they only had them whenever we would get like to like the green zones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they could put USOs out in fucking Cobbs.
Bro, the USO. So the USO is still like rolling. They're still doing things like
Yeah.
so. A few rodeos ago, um, I go to typically almost every dang rodeo, but for the cook-offs, the
Oh shit! You mean an
rodeo or
actual?
the
I thought you were talking slang for a second there. You mean an
nah,
actual
no, no,
rodeo?
yeah, bro, like an actual rodeo, like they have like so exactly what you would think they have that crap, cows,
Yeah.
all like the livestock stuff. They have all that basic
Barrel
stuff,
races and
but
shit.
yeah, they do all that crap during the day. But in the evening, at nighttime, well, all day they have a carnival, and at night they have like concerts, and
Mm.
they'll have different people come in. They have country singers, rock stars, everybody, bro. And before they actually start the rodeo, they have what's called the cook-off. The cook-off runs from like Monday to Thursday,
Shit. How long's the
and
rodeo?
uh, the rodeo starts that Friday.
Oh, okay.
So the cook-off's first
Yeah.
on on the same grounds, and then that Friday they open up the rodeo for the first concert or whatever. But the cook-off um, is nothing but tents, and they're barbecuing. It's essentially each tent is a different party by either a different company or a different like a USO or
Mm-hmm.
nonprofit. Crown Royal has a tent, um, but the USO bro hooks it up.
Yeah.
You go in there, you show them your any kind of credentials you have, like military ID or anything, and they let you and one other person go in there for free, and you can eat and drink all night for free
Damn.
and hang out and enjoy the festivities.
It's so
Yeah,
festivus.
yeah, bro. Like as an older dude, like I went with my fiance, and I was like, nah, this ain't it, man. It was
Mm.
uncomfortable. It was crowded.
Yeah.
It's like, nah,
Hell no.
definitely not worth it. Never again.
So they have a cookout Monday to Thursday. Friday they
Uh-huh.
have a concert. When does the actual like
Uh-huh.
cows and horses and shit happen?
During the day. So that Friday during the day would be the first time that you go see like whatever event they're having, whether it's like bull riding or what you said, barrel racing,
Yeah.
kid events. They have little events that where you can get your kids into and stuff like that, where they can, I don't know, try to chase a pig or a piglet or some shit like that. It's a bro. It's hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Like when I used to drink beer, we would go do that. We would go get drunk
Mm.
and watch the little kids try to catch pigs and just laugh our asses. It's
Bro, that
hilarious, bro.
it sounds exactly like some shit that I would do drunk.
Yeah. Now that I don't drink, I mean, it's still hilarious, but you can't be as belligerent, which makes it even more hilarious.
Mm.
When you're sober and belligerent, people look at you and then you feel shame.
No shame when you're drunk.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch these kids get this fucking pig, bitch. You watch your mouth.
look at look at these buddy ass kids.
Yeah, but they have the log show where I went to high school at in Buckley. So it's like it's called Loggers Rodeo actually. So it's fuck how many? I think it's a couple days. Like it's like 2 or 3 days where it's just like all lumberjack related shit where they're like climbing up trees. They fucking like
For real.
they're cutting stumps and shit. Like it's a bunch of just like ridiculous stuff. But when I was in high school, kids in high school would be in the loggers rodeo and they would let you out of class to practice throwing axes. And every time they were like, "Is anybody in the loggers rodeo?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah." I never went to that thing once, dude, but I would get out and throw some axes because that shit was fun as fuck.
Bro.
Do you want to
Bro, why would
stop
they let you?
being in
Why
school
would
to
they
throw a hatchet? I'm like, yes, of course I do. Absolutely.
fucking slap your boy? Raise your fucking hand, bro. Let's go.
I'm gonna throw some shit, man. I got pretty fucking good at it too.
So you got to do it for free. People pay for that shit now, bro.
Yeah. I do that shit all
Like
the
that's the
time.
thing.
Yeah. Like the bars that have the hatchet throwing.
Can you like double? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, really, like, if you throw it like 75%, you just got to figure out your pace count. So, like, my pace count is like 6 paces off. So, any multiple of that, I just have to, like, push up the power a little bit, and it'll be that. So, I could take 18 steps away, and the thing will rotate 3 times and then hit whatever I'm throwing it at.
How big is this axe? Like a
No,
short
I mean,
axe?
it's just like a hatchet, like a small one. You
Oh,
could
okay.
do, you could do I think they do the double-handed one too.
What's up, bro?
Shit.
Just doing this podcast with my bro. You can say what's up.
Oh shit, are you?
You're good. You can say what's
Shit,
up, man.
bro. Shit, what's up?
What's up, dude?
What's going on?
It's one of the locals.
The locals.
That's my boy.
Yeah, there's
Hair's
a ton
looking
of shit there. They have
luxurious,
like
bro.
Dude, I'm gonna see you soon.
they have a beer garden and stuff. And we would go there and just get ridiculously drunk. But I mean, it's a bunch of big ass like lumberjack dudes out there. So I mean, you gotta be
Do
careful.
they still do this, bro?
They
Do
do it
they
every
still
year.
do this?
Every year, yeah,
I'll be down to see that, bro. I see that shit on ESPN. That's on ESPN, bro.
yeah, yeah,
Dudes with the big ass chainsaws
yeah.
and then they'll chop
Wing,
through
wing,
shit.
yeah,
Another dude, he has chop it, put a plank, climb
yeah,
up,
yeah.
chop it, put another. Yeah, bro. I'm in there.
I'll be doing that.
I look like a little version of like a guy who could do that.
Yeah, you just
Like,
get a smaller tree and a smaller
Yeah.
axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's. I mean, I think they even have the thing where it's like they're in the water and they're on the log and like they like try and knock the other person off.
Like
seen
the
that?
cartoons. I
Yeah.
thought that was not real life.
No, that's real life. I think. I don't know. I could be making that up. It's been since fuck. I think the last time I went, I was like 23, 24, something like that.
I finally ordered this mic and this
Oh.
camera.
Okay. Now
It
you're gonna
says
be
it's coming
pimping.
in like today. Are these these little webcams make that much of a difference compared to what's inside the laptop?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I mean, kind of. Like some of them, like mine has like lights and shit, so I can be like it's got ring light settings. so I can look prettier. Some of them have built-in mics. Like really, like the resolution is what you're looking for, because they'll have a different chipset, which is like the hardware that's inside there. So your laptop could have a really good one, but also like you have the ability to reposition it, and it's not like down in front of you. So I don't know. They're generally better, especially if you get one that's like a 4K or a nicer 2K.
We'll see. If I don't like this one, I'm gonna send it back.
Yeah,
But that camera had pretty good. I mean, that mic had pretty good reviews.
yeah, yeah. The mic is nice. I mean, but your sound right now is fine.
I always do the AirPods, and I don't really prefer to wear the AirPods.
Yeah, like mine are over the ear. They're not in the ear because I don't like that shit'll fall
Yeah,
out.
I don't like these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
my,
like the actual holes in my ears are too small. Like this shit just like flops the
yeah,
fuck
but
out.
don't they usually come with like different little rubber?
Doesn't matter.
Nah,
Literally every single one, like any of those ones that go in the ear, every single time they just fall the fuck out.
yeah, same. As soon as I start talking, they come out.
Yeah, I think these actually have a microphone on them, but I don't know. I like this one better.
They look cool.
Yeah, but this headset also, like you can sync it to like 4 different devices, and then whatever device you're on, you just take control of it. So like I can swap over to
Uh
like I can swap to my phone. I can swap to like I have my work laptop here, and I have another Linux machine. And I could swap to any one of those, and then just go into settings and be like pair, and it'll work.
hairs.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sweet, dude. Lots of tech.
You got going up for Thanksgiving.
Fucking nothing. My wife is going back to Washington to spend Thanksgiving with her family, and then I'm gonna be here with the dogs.
Well, you can't be sad with dogs.
Dude, I wouldn't be sad. Like, bro, how many times were you alone on Thanksgiving in the army? Like it makes no difference to me whatsoever. Like I would rather be alone playing fucking video games.
Like, bro, I lived in Houston. I went home like almost all the time.
All right, so there's that. Were you only ever at Hood?
Yeah,
Fucking seriously. Wow, okay.
I was Fort Knox,
Yeah.
then Hood. I was in Charlie Troop. I was in Charlie Troop first.
Yeah.
Um, when I was in Charlie Troop, bro, Charlie Troop was still in Iraq. They
Okay.
were barely coming back. So it was like me, Mutu Sammy, Little Bubba, Showtime. If you know Khan was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Tron Thornton, he
Yep.
was there. Bean was there. Yeah, and then out of the guys that you know, that would be it. The rest, bro, there was almost there was like one E5,
Mm-hmm.
and then like next level up was like a sergeant major or something like
What
that.
the fuck?
Yeah, bro. So this E5 or whatever E5s that were there were like 2 or 3 maybe,
Yeah.
like to be in charge of like 100 dudes.
Jesus Christ.
So it didn't work.
Yeah.
Uh,
No shit, it didn't work.
Nah, it didn't work, man. So I guess we were attached to Rear D. We were in our unit. We were in our like physical Charlie Troop unit, but we were attached to Rear D.
Yeah.
So we did what Rear D did, which is like they had already been doing whatever the hell they've been doing here or so, and we had to do PT with everybody,
Mm.
and then follow in formation. 9 a.m. And then they would tell us like, hey, go to your fucking rooms for the rest of the day. We don't have shit for y'all to do because we didn't have vehicles or anything either. Everything was in Iraq
Damn, how long were you doing
um,
that?
for like 3 months.
Vacation,
It was
bro.
the shit,
Yeah.
bro. It was the shit. It was. I took advantage. It's man, you know me, man. It took me like
A day. Maybe a week.
yeah, no. It took me a full week to figure out what was going on and what wasn't going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, there's no real authority here, and I can do whatever I want, and shit's not gonna roll downhill because if these guys tell on me, they're gonna get in more trouble than what it would be just to let me do whatever the hell I want to do.
Yeah.
So, bro, I would literally uh, go to first formation. The one, the first formation is the one that matters.
Yeah.
PT formation. You go to PT formation, do PT. I would go home, shower, change, and I would already have my shit packed. On Fridays, I would do this, bro.
Mm.
And I would jump in my truck, drive to Houston, and start enjoying my self-given 3-day weekend, and just be hanging out, bro. One of those E5s called me one time while I was getting my hair cut. Dono, where the fuck are you at? Oh shit, I'm getting a haircut, sorry. I need you back immediately. I'm like, I can't do that. They're like, why not? I'm like, well, because I'm getting a haircut in Houston. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I need you here right now. Like, I'll be back Sunday.
Yeah.
And came back Sunday. All the time, bro. Whenever the hell I wanted.
Yeah. The only thing that I
Like-
kind of had like that was so my first duty station was South Korea, and when I got to South Korea, I got put in headquarters, and I was the talk driver for like 3 months. But I mean, it's basically the same thing where it's just you do fucking nothing. Like I went into the supply room every day and just hung out with the so Korea has this thing called Katusas, which are Korean augmentees to the U.S. Army. It's basically like rich kids and kids that were super smart and did really well on this test. Because Korea it's a mandatory service country. So when you hit a certain age, you have to do a couple years. So you can either be in the ROK Army, which fucking sucks. Like they beat the shit out of them in the ROK Army. We'd drive by them and they'd just be like dudes getting fucked up with like sticks and shit. Or you can be a
Hell
Katusa, where like it's a party for them. They do fucking nothing. But the Katusa ran the supply shop, and we would go out in there and hang out with him and fucking smoke cigarettes and shit. And I did that for like 3 months before I got put into a scout platoon and actually had to do some shit.
So you've been in other units that weren't like scout units, right?
Yeah. I mean, when I was in the 160th, it was definitely not a scout unit.
So, bro, whenever I tell people like how we did things and what we were doing,
Yeah.
garrison and in country, people don't fucking believe me.
Yeah.
Like they're like everybody, like the way I explained it to people, they saw like we basically, our entire military career was like basic training.
Yeah.
But it's not like that in other units.
Well, I mean, in combat arms, it's going to be like that because what the fuck else are you going to do? Like it's just you're either out in the field or you're training, just like doing the same bullshit that you were doing in AIT. I mean, when I went into the 160th, you start off in maintenance. So you do a thing called phases. So you track the number of hours that a helicopter flies. And after a certain number of hours, you have to have a certain set of like depot level maintenance, which is you take the fucking bird apart. So I worked in maintenance for a while doing phases. And then they put me on night crew. So I was a shift lead on night crew, which meant that I did fucking nothing. Like it was the best time. So I would come in at like 5 and we'd leave whenever we got the work done, but it was still just like maintenance shit where you'd fix something, you do the paperwork, you get somebody to inspect it, and then it's done. But then when I went to flights was more like being a scout because you were either training or deployed, but you also did do a fair amount of maintenance. Like you weren't flying all the time. Like somebody was flying all the time, but it wasn't necessarily like you. So we had like 10, 15 crew chiefs in a flight, because that's what they called the platoons were flights. So it's like 2 or 3 dudes are doing flight during the day, and the rest of the people are doing like some fucking maintenance or they're reconfiguring a bird. But it's like special operations is so much more chill than regular army. Like everybody called everybody by their first names. Like our fucking commander was a major, and he'd just like come down with a coffee cup, and we'd all bullshit with him. We would drink beer like in the office. So yeah, definitely not like being a scout. Like the
More
leadership,
casual.
the leadership was way better. Like they were actual leaders instead of fucking just dickholes that
Appointed.
Yeah. Like the leadership in scouts was bad. Like they just weren't actually good leaders of people.
No, they were just good scouts.
Yeah, they were just good scouts that got put in charge of some people and fucking oh, what was that dude's name? What was that asshole dude's name that was the platoon sergeant of the 1st platoon? You know what I'm talking about?
Stokely?
Nah, not Stokely.
Stoke?
The fucking hey blah 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 blah. The fuck, what is that guy's name?
That is Stoke. No, oh, Peluso.
Beluso. Like that dude. Horrible fucking leader. Excellent scout.
He's a badass scout, to be honest. But yeah,
Yeah.
every
Terrible leader.
everybody had, bro. Bray was with him. Shover was with him. I think I was with him for a little bit, but then Sergeant G took my ass up.
Yeah.
Man, I was glad when Sergeant G took me.
Bro. I remember like being in our platoon and then 1st platoon getting fucking like room inspections all the damn time in the barracks. You're like, fuck those guys. Hell no.
Well, he was crazy, bro.
Yeah. But special operations, none of that shit. Like we had initial train, like getting into the 160th was tough because you have to go through Green Platoon, which is like it's like a month-long mini special forces selection type thing, where like you do just a bunch of just super hard shit, and then you do like some medical training, you do some land nav, but the whole time it's like it's a second basic training. Like the end of it was pretty dope because we did this. You had to do a 10-mile ruck, and then you came back and you did combatives. So like we did combatives training where we got like there's some level.
Hold on. So y'all did this combative training right after that 10K ruck.
We did the finale. So we did like a Royal Rumble at the very end. And they did that so that you were slightly tired and nobody got really fucked up. But when we were doing that combatives training, I was also taking jujitsu classes. So I went in there and just fucking wrecked shop. Like none of these dudes knew what was going on.
Yeah, bro, I wish I was there. Oh my
fucking
god,
ruined
I can
these dudes.
see it. Hold on. So they were letting y'all do this stuff standing up. Y'all weren't doing it off your knees.
No, I mean it was straight up like go, and then you drop somebody. I mean you had to like at the very end they had weight classes, and you had to fight 4 people, and all 4 of them I just ruined them. It was so excellent. Like there's one dude who was like, I told him what I was gonna do. I was like, first I'm gonna do an overhead choke, and now I'm gonna get you into a fucking triangle, and I'm just sitting there like putting him into the shit because they didn't train you on any of the shit that I knew. So I was just people would try shit, be like, nope, not today.
Bro, people always assume that I'm a badass because I was in the army. I'm like, I can shoot really well.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's it. They're like, so this, and this. I'm like, that's like 6% of the army maybe can do that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because like special forces guys have a higher like hand-to-hand training and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, they do. I don't know how long selection is, but there's different sections of it. So like special forces, you have to learn a language. You have to do a bunch of other like intel related shit. And then special forces is really just they're a fucking mitt, dude. You know, when we worked with special forces, all they did was train up the Iraqi army and do low level ops. Special operations are the dudes who go in and wreck shop. Like all we did all the time was just go after high level targets and fucking ruin their day. Like I never once worked with special forces when I was in special operations. We worked with other dudes. But that was a lot of fun. And we work with rangers. Rangers are either smart or they're strong. Like I remember there's a lot of strong rangers. There's a lot of strong rangers. We were putting up a tent like so we were in Afghanistan, we're building this fucking tent because it's hot as shit. We wanted to have some AC like on the flight line so like we could wait somewhere and be ready to go on missions because we would get it's basically no notice. You like get to the bird now, we're going. And we're putting this tent up and it's got like the poles and the canvas and shit. And I'm like shimmied on top of these poles, like trying to stretch this canvas over. And I needed to grab one that was like a ways away. And I wanted the dudes on the ground to like either give me something or push the canvas over. And this fucking dumbass PFC ranger comes up with a board with a nail in it. And he's like, just grab it and pull it. I'm like, you dumb bitch. You want me to put fucking holes in this canvas before we even get it built? He's like, not like big holes. Stupid motherfucker. Get out of here. He just he thought it was the smartest thing, too. Because he's like, oh, light bulb.
He was all proud of a tool that he made real quick.
Exactly. He thought he was killing it.
No board? No nail?
No board now? No, Rangers were good. Like when it comes to the dudes that I worked with, it's not really fair to compare Rangers to them because it was dudes that were like 35 and it had 10, 15 years in other units and then came to the level that they were at. And then we would be working with Rangers. It would take 3 times as long. They would fuck up. The only time we ever medevaced anybody was when we medevaced Rangers because they fucking fragged themselves. But I mean, they're still way better than us. So much better than like infantry, anybody else. But they were the lowest tier when it came to special operations.
We're pretty good at getting fucked up.
We were real good at that. We were just.
I was like a double black belt. Getting fucked up.
Dude, we got our shit pushed in so hard for a fucking year when we were out there on the jab, like just no progress.
Yeah, bro. I look back on it. It didn't make sense what those dudes said until like way after. Like no, you're gonna get hit. Like it fucking sucks. Like yeah. It did suck. We did get fucking hit. There's nothing we can do about it. There's no changes were made.
Absolutely
no bad guys were caught.
No. And the worst part is like all that rah shit that like Captain everybody was doing when we came in. They were like, these guys said don't go here, don't do this because you're gonna get messed up. Fuck that. They're not scouts. We're going in and taking care of it. And then I know for a fact that the dudes that we briefed who took over from us, we were like, yo, don't go here, don't do this. Never drive down here. And they were like, fucking pussies. It's so dumb. So dumb. Such a waste.
That's how they make scouts, bro.
Yeah.
That's how they make us.
So they make so much of the Army and so many of the services where they're like, you're better than these guys. These guys suck compared to you. But they're the same exact dudes. Exactly the same.
Yeah. Mirrored.
Yeah.
Different uniform.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It kind of makes sense for esprit de corps, but at the same time, still same team, I guess. I don't know. Except for the Navy.
Yeah.
Fuck the Navy.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Fuck those girls.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Maybe in another life, I would have joined the Navy and just been super duper hardcore.
Yeah. You could have.
Yeah. But maybe they don't value hardcoreness.
The cool thing about the Navy too is that the Navy they have the SEALs, right? But they also have the dudes who drive the boats to take the SEALs in. So you could do that shit. I mean, that's right on the edge of badass. Like it's still special ops, but it's kind of like where I was at in special ops, where they would drive the boat and they'd man the gun that's on. Yeah. Yeah. Except for where we were at, we had way more armaments, and we would actually just wreck fucking shop and then drop the dudes off, and they would go sort through the rubble sometimes. But going in the Navy and doing that shit would be cool too. You froze up on me. And with that, this is the end of the episode.